I've heard you talk about risk management as part of your SMART plan. I agree with reducing risk in a portfolio when you are near or in retirement, but I can do that myself. Once I've made sure my assets are in safe places, why would I need a professional advisor?
Hey, you may not if you want to understand, but do you understand all the risks that you're taking in retirement? It's not just market risk. So I want to be clear. Market risk is the most common risk. Volatility, market prices go up and down. Obviously, it's allocating your assets correctly. One of the problems that we see people do that are DIYers, do-it-yourself investors, is they see some rumblings in the economy, some macro data, and they get scared and they pull market, and the market goes down. Look, I was a genius, I got out, but they never get back in. They continue to read the doom and gloom news. And we had somebody come through that was a government federal employee, and for 21 years now they've been in the G fund because they've been scared of the market. 21 years of getting subprime returns. And just so you understand, that's the aggregate government treasury rate. That's all they're getting on that money when they could have been in what's called the C fund, which basically would have matched the S&P 500, the biggest bull run in history. So this person's going to retire with a total of about $400,000. They could have had over $2 million if they were just in a 60-40 allocation. We ran the numbers for them. And I mean, that's $1.6 million left on the table.
I don't think I'd even want to know if I was that person.
I mean, sometimes we have to point out things. But to the questioner, so listen, we have a lot of DIYers that listen to this show, and we're happy to help where we can. There's so much more, though, a professional advisor, if they're well-trained, could provide. Do you have a written inflation-adjusted income plan? Does it take the what-if scenarios in if you're married, if you or your spouse were to pass early, or you both live into your 90s? Do you have longevity in your portfolio? Do you understand the health care and the expenditures there? Do you understand how to asset transfer, legacy planning? Do you understand taxation, et cetera? There's so many areas, not just investment, asset allocation, and risk management. Those are just 2 of 5 key areas. But again, great person to maybe set themselves up for our report card, which we offer complimentary, where you get an evaluation, a grade, if you will, on all 5 of those key areas.
Well, one of the things the report card does, there's a way to be prudent and yet still have growth in your portfolio.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, that's the point.
And it doesn't matter what your age is. Rarely does somebody need to be 100% allocated to 100% risk assets. And we talk about that. We demonstrate this with something we call rate versus range. So if you come in for the report card and sit down with one of our advisors, have them demonstrate what's called rate versus range for you, and it'll help you get a real understanding of volatility versus long-term averages and what your portfolio is going to return, because that's the reality. And the other thing that most DIYers are not aware of is something we call sequence of returns. If you just happen to retire at the wrong year, a la 2000, 2007, when you have a severe 50% market drawdown in the first 2 or 3 years you're withdrawing income from your portfolio, the odds that portfolio will last over 2 decades are very, very low. I mean, you'll run out if you retire January 1st of 2000 or January 1st, 2007, both scenarios basically run you out of money in less than 20 years in about an 80-20 mix if you're withdrawing what's called the 4% rule. So
that's every retiree's worst nightmare.
Yeah. You want someone to show you, listen, this is math. There's no guesswork here. It's simply analyzing historical data, making probable projections of what we have going forward, and then setting up a tax-efficient withdrawal strategy on those assets you've worked your entire life to save. You've got to plan this stuff out. Hey, if you're looking for more content like this, make sure you check out these videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll be notified when we publish more content that will help you retire smart. Thanks for watching.